वन्दे वृन्दावनचरं वल्लवीजनवल्लभं जयन्ती सम्भवं धाम वैजयन्ती विभूषणम्. Started with the ninth mudichom. Right, we finished with the ninth shloka. Krida tulikaya swasmin kripa rushitaya swayam eko vishwamidam chitram vibhuhu shriman ajijanat. Ishvaraha atra krida tulikaya, with a brush which is made of leela. His leela is supposed to be a brush here, and with a paint of daya or compassion, he painted this entire world, which is like a painting, on himself. That is, he manifested this world and created it with himself as the substratum, and swayam, without any help from anybody. Bhagavan created this entire world. Okay, now we move on to the 10th shloka, where the moon is born here. Jagad akhladano jagnye manasaha tasya chandramaha paripalayitavyeshu prasadaiva murtiman. Tasya manasaha chandramaha jagnye. From his mind, the moon was created. Jagnye, it was created or it was born. So, Chandrama manaso jataha iti, there is this Shruti Vakyam from which we understand that the moon came out of the mind of Ishvara. Chandramaha tasya manasaha. Tasya, you take it from the earlier shloka, Shrimataha Purushottamasya tasya manasaha, from the mind of Purushottama, Ishvara. Jagad akhladanaha chandramaha jagnye. The moon which gives happiness to the entire world. Akhladanaha, akhlada. It creates happiness to everybody here. So, usually in your horoscope also, if there is any problem with the mind, so you keep saying that you have some worrying things that is going on and all that, the astrologer will first look at where your Chandran is in the horoscope. And that determines the mind. So he rules the mind. If you want to be calm or anything like that, you need to have a good influence of the moon in your horoscope. So, Jagad Akhladanaha Chandramaha. Chandrama, or the moon, which is Akhladanaha, Akhlada Karaha, one which creates happiness or gives happiness to the entire world. And how is it? Here, the Kavi gives a poetic fancy. He says, this moon is like the grace or prasadam of Parameshwara himself, of Purushottama himself. Paripalayitavyeshu prasad murtiman prasadaha iva chandramaha jagnye. He created the moon, which is like a personification, murtiman. It was as if his own anugraham, prasadaha, took on a murti, and that murti, that form, is the moon. Paripalayitavyeshu, when among the people whom he has to protect, it is like a representative of his own prasadam there. So, Chandramaha and the Vamsha that came from the moon also kept protecting the entire earth as a representative of Viṣṇu here. So, Paripalayitavyeshu, Rakshaniyeshu, Vishayeshu, Murtiman Prasadaha iva. Where does the grace of Purushottama lie? Always Ishvara's Prasadam is shown onto his bhaktas. So, here onto his people, onto the people who deserve to be protected. So, Paripalayitavyeshu Janeshu Prasadaha Murtiman iva Chandramaha jagnye. Clear? Tasya Purushottamasya manasah manasat chittat jagad akhladanaha lokanam akhladayita. Lokasya akhla. It gives happiness to all the three worlds. Or the world as such, just the bhumi also, or you can take it as lokanam, all three worlds. Chandramaha, chandraha, paripalayitavyeshu, rakshaniyeshu, bhrityeshu, atava bhakteshu. For those people who have to be protected, for them, Purushottama shows his prasadam, shows his anugraham. But how is that? That anugraham has taken on a murti, it has taken on a form, and it is ever present in the world in the form of the moon. So Bhagavan Manasaha Kritagnyatadi Guna Samuhaha Iva Prasadaha is, he takes prasada as a group of qualities. What does that prasada mean? Anugraham, or his mind, clarity of mind, all of that is, in a way, it is a representative of many qualities that are there in Ishvara. And that he supports that with the shloka from Sharada Tanaya, which is a text called Bhava Prakashanam, which has been written by Sharada Tanaya. This is Kritagnyata, Upakartrutvam, Bhuyaha Dosha Anabhignata, Eshaha Prasadaha Chittanam Lakshanajnaihi Udahrita. This is a shloka that has been quoted by Appaya Dikshita. This last line is different in the printed texts that you have today. It says Prasanna Chittanam. Etat Prasanna Chittanam Lakshanajnaihi or Lakshananam Udahrita. Something like that he gives. It's a little bit different. But Appaya Dikshita has a different version. Probably he had a manuscript which was written very differently. So we don't know. Esha Prasadaha. Chittanam Prasadaha. The mind, the prasada gunam, which is there in the mind. What does that mean when we say prasada guna, or when we say Bhagavan is showing his grace, anugraham, anything of that sort, or clarity? What does that mean? Kritagnyata upakartrutvam. Upakartrutvam is upakaram. He does an upakara to someone because he has this idea of kritagnyata. We as bhaktas, we pray to him. We offer our praise to him, whatever our namaskaraha. Tat kritam jnatva or manasi dhritva, then he does an upakara for us, for whatever. This is like a barter system. We do some puja and he also shows his grace towards us. It can be in any manner. We don't need to only do puja. It can be navavidha bhakti, any form of that bhakti. So Kritagnyatadi Guna Samuhaha, that is why he takes this as Kritagnyatadi Guna Samuhaha. Another word is Bhuyo Dosha Anabhignata. In the matter in which they are doing, the bhaktas are doing their worship, he doesn't nitpick and look at the doshas that are there in the, he only looks at the bhavam that is there in the mind. He does not go behind whether they have pronounced it correctly or not, or what, or whether they have kept it on the left side, right side, nothing of that sort. Dosha anabhignata. He does not think about the dosham that is there. He only takes the positive thing, which is the manaha. Manayeva manushyanam karanam. Right? So that manas, Bhagavan looks at the mind of the bhakta and he sees the actions. He doesn't look at the doshas that are there in the actions. And that quality is called prasada. Prasadaha, murtiman prasadaha iva. As if this quality of Ishvara has taken on a personified form. Jagnye udabhut. It came forth from his mind. Bhagavata rakshaniyeshu pradarsyamanaha prasadaha shariram asthaya samagataha iva. It was as if Bhagavan's prasadam that he shows towards people who have to be protected, that prasada guna has taken on a form. Shariram asthaya samagataha iva. It is as if it has come after taking on a form. Bhagavataha manasat loka ahladanakaraha chandraha samutpannaha. After Bhagavan created this entire world, from his mind, he wanted to grace this entire world. So he created this moon from his mind.
Like a Purusha Suktam too, right?
Adudha. Chandrama manaso jataha. Modalle chonne.
Can I ask one question here?
Sure. Yeah.
What's the difference between manasat and manasat here?
Manasat is wrong. Manasaha is correct because manasam is napunsakalinga akarantapadam. So you can have the fifth case as manasat. Manasaha is Sakaranta padam, manaha manasi, manamsi.
Oh,
So the
okay.
Shashti Vibhakti is manasaha.
Okay.
Maudya, that Rakshaniyeshu means there is no there is no partiality and all, right? Because how the Chandran is for everybody, it's not going to. So then why Rakshaniyeshu Bhrityeshu? Everybody is Rakshaniyaha, right?
Yes, but at the same time, there is also this just like how the Chandra, அது வந்து இப்போ மூன் எடுத்துட்டோம்னா யாரெல்லாம் வந்து சந்திரனை பார்க்கறானோ அவளுக்கு தானே வந்து அது சந்தோஷத்தை கொடுக்கும். If you are not seeing, if you are so much inside your own house, the moonlight is there, but you are not getting any benefit of that moonlight because you have shut yourself out of that moonlight, even though it is present for everybody. The same way, Bhagavan is also present for everybody. He is a person who has taken the vow to protect everybody. But at the same time, you should also take one step there, no? You should open your doors for that grace to come in.
போட்டு தாக்கு பிரச்சனைய லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட்ல ஹேண்டில் பண்றேன்.
என்னவோ நீங்க கேக்குறேன், நானும் பதில் சொல்றேன், அவ்வளவுதான். கன்வின்சிங்கா இருந்தா சரி.
महोदय,
சொல்லுங்க.
तत्र शारदातनयः इत्यनेन भावप्रकाशनम् इति यद् लिखितं, भावप्रकाश इति आयुर्वेदग्रन्थः कश्चिदस्ति, परन्तु एतत् तत्
न तन्न भावप्रकाशनम् इति
किञ्चित् इतोपि वर्णयतु कृपया, लैक् कदा लिखितं, किमपि तत्र विषयः कः इति.
I have no clue. It's divided into some adhikaras and all that.
காவியம் வர்க்க இல்லனா என்ன?
இது வந்து இந்த ஜெயின் சாரதா தனயா is actually ஜெயினா அந்த மாதிரி ஏதோ நினைக்கிறேன். அவர் is not ஆமா. This is also an alankara work only.
Alankara, okay. இவர் கோட் பண்றாருன்னா it must be something to do with காவியம் probably.
ஆமா ஆமா. It's an alankara work. That much I know. அதுக்கு மேல ரொம்பலாம் எனக்கு வந்து I have no idea about the text. இதுல இருக்கு, archive.org has the text. There is a detailed introduction இருக்கு அதுல. You can look at it.
So the Kavi is comparing, okay, so here he's comparing, I mean, the moon's quality is prasada. It brings peace to the people. So it is actually prasadam personified.
Yes.
But now he is saying that not only is it is that, but it is the good qualities of Bhagavan which have actually taken form. Okay, so
because it is been born from the mind of Bhagavan himself, right? And those qualities reside in the mind of the Bhagavan. So enna karana gunaha karye anusyutataya vartante khalu tarkashastram.
Evam.
So the qualities that are there in the cause will naturally seep into the qualities of the effect also. So this is an utpreksha alankara. Chandramasaha jagad ahladanatwadi guna nimittena Bhagavan manaf prasada abheda asambhavana. I'm just going to split this in a way that it is easier. இல்லைன்னா அப்படியே நீள போயிட்டே இருக்கு. பகவன் மனப் பிரசாத அபேத அசம்பாவனாத். Sorry, அபேத சம்பாவனாத். Sorry. Sambhavana here is a poetic fancy in English, but more than that, it is you are trying to imagine that this is something else. So here prasada gunam which is present in Ishvara's mind cannot take on a form. For example, when you in Uttarama-charitam, there is a sloka where when he describes Kusha coming in, Rama's son Kusha, when he walks in, he says Viro rasa kimuta eti uta darpa eva. Is it Veera rasa that is walking down, or is it darpaha, arrogance, that is walking down? So there is no chetanatvam for these qualities. There is no personification for the prasada cannot pudichu vechu or object, and we can't say that it is an object, but you are trying to describe that it has taken on the form of an object. So it is an imagination here. Okay, usually a chetanatva vyavaharam, if you put it on to you superimpose a chetana vyavahara onto an achetana vastu, there also you will have an utpreksha. So inge jagad akhladanatwadi guna nimittena, what is the reason for saying that bhagavat prasada manaf prasadaha eva atra chandra rupena vartate iti kimartham tatra? Why do we say that? We say it based on the qualities that are equal here. The qualities that are present in the mind of Bhagavan seem to be present in Chandra, the moon also. So with that as the cause, Jagad akhladanatwadi guna nimittena, using that gunam or the quality as a cause, we superimpose and say that this is indeed the form of Bhagavat Prasada. Jagad akhladano jagnye manasastasya chandramaha. This is called swarupotpreksha. This is the kriya or the quality is not being fancied here. It is the entire form that is being fancied. So it is called swarupa utpreksha. He is not given it. I'm just telling you which part is being imagined here. You'll need to analyze that and give a category. Jagadakladano jagnye manasastasya chandramaha paripalayitavyeshu prasadaiva murtiman. Yadapatya samudbhutaha punyakirtif pururavaha satam ahitavanhinam viharastheyatam yayav. Yadapatya sambhutaha chandramasaha apatyam budhaha. Budhat sambhutaha samudbhutaha. So the son of the moon is Buddha, and Buddha's son was Pururavas. So yat apatya, yasya apatyat samudbhutaha. Yad apatya samudbhutaha. Pururavaha. Pururavas, Punyakirtihi. He also had a fame which was very Punyakari Kirtihi asit. Yasya kathashravanenaiva asmakam tu punyam bhavishyati. Tasmat tasya kirtihi punyakirtihi iti. So when we listen to his words or when we listen to his charitram, it is supposed to give us punyam. So punyakirtihi pururavaha yad apatya samudbhutaha satam ahitavanhinam satam viharastheyatam yayav. Now this is a little confusing thing. The story behind is there in both Rigveda and in Shatapatha Brahmana. In the Shatapatha Brahmana, where Pururavas is with Urvashi, the samayam that they have, that is the agreement that Urvashi has with Pururavas, is that he should not see her without any clothes, and neither during the daytime. These were the two conditions that she posed, and the condition was broken because Urvashi was continuously staying with Pururavas and the Gandharvas were missing her. So they wanted to stop this connection between them, and so they decided to bring on lightning and during the night. So when the lightning was seen, then that agreement was broken and she went away. But Pururavas, he wanted that fire, right? So there is the thing that the Gandharvas gave him as thali and the fire to him, but he could not carry that fire. So instead of that, they gave him two sticks. One was Ashwatha and the other was something else. This is the Aranikattangro, the sticks that you use to make fire in a yagam. And that was the first time that fire sticks came. And using that way, they start the yaga, the samitta. And then they shifted both, they gave two sticks, which was supposed to be the adhara stick and the other was the manthanam stick. Pururavas is supposed to have brought those two back to his place, and this was the exchange madri. Because he was cheated of Urvashi, they said, you give back Urvashi, and as an exchange, we will give you fire. This is how the story goes behind. And to talk about the mahima of those two sticks, which you have to do Agni Manthanam and then bring out the fire for the yaga, this story is given. So here too, here he doesn't mention all those stories, but this I came to know about it recently when I was reading the backstory for Vikramoorvashiyam and why that whole thing happened. So Pururavas is a king who also brought in that separation of the Agnis. One Agni was separated into 3 Agnis, which is Dakshina, Ahamaniya, Garhapatyam. So he is the one who split those 3 Agnis. Ahita Vanhinam Satam Vihare Stheyatam Yayo. So in the matter of working with this Agni, he is the person who became a Nirneta. That is, he was the authority on these 3, or the Agni that has to be used for Yaga. Because he was the first person to have brought it, he became the person who was looked up to whenever they had any doubt with respect to these Agnis. Okay, as we read the Pratipadartha, it may become a little bit clearer. The words will also fit in the Anvaya. We'll go over that. So, Yat apatya samudbhutaha. Yasya chandramasaha apatyat budhat samudbhutaha utpannaha. These part, the first line is very clear because it's very simple also. The one who was born from Chandra's son, who is Buddha. Punya kirtihi, punyakari kirtihi yashaha yasya. One who has a very sacred kirti, fame. Pururavaha, tat samyakaha raja, ahita vanhinam, ahita agninam, satam, shishtanam, vihare. Viharastheyatam yayaun iருக்கு. So Pururavas became Yayau. He became the person who has to decide. Stheyatam, abdina sthiratvam. Vivada nirnetritam. He became a person who has the quality to decide any problem. Vivada, if there were any arguments with respect to Agni. So whether if we do this yagam, will we go to Swargam, etc., etc. He became a person who made a stop to all of these discussions, and he proved that by doing Agni Manthanam and then doing the yagas, there is a paralokam which we can go to. That's the idea here. So ahita agninam satam shishtanam vihare. Vihare ityukte Kalantara bhavini paraloka vihare. For those people, satam, for those people who have done these sacrifices, ahita vanhi, one who has done the sacrifices by and the Agni Yamuti Pandradingaradu irukkalya. So that is what it is. By using that fire, satam vihare, paraloka vihare, stheyatam Yayau. He became the person to decide that viharam, to go and enjoy the benefits of Swarga. It is possible for those people who have done the sacrifices here, that is, those who have given havis to Agni in this world, can definitely go to Paralokam and enjoy. Okay, Kalantara bhavini paraloka vihare. Paraloka viharam, enjoying in a paraloka or swargam, is something that is going to happen later. It is not going to happen in your lifetime. You will be doing 4 yagas here, but then you will not see the result as soon as in this world itself, in this living body itself. It is something that is going to happen after you leave this body and die. This yagam is there in you as an apurva. It's called an apurva, which is, it is there as a samskara, and then it will give you the swarga bhogam, which is kalantara bhavi, after your death. Something that is going to come after death. Naturally, there will be a lot of discussions with regards to that. Yeah? Agninam ahavaniyadi rupena tridha vibhajya pranayanecha stheyatam. So both He was also a person who decided that there is Paralokam, and he is also the person who separated this Agni into Ahavaniya, Garhapatya, and Dakshina. Iti tridha vibhajya pranayane, using prayoge. Prayoge cha stheyatam yayo. He was a person who was regarded as the final authority in this matter. Is that clear? Background story, he was the person who got Agni from the Gandharvas. Chandramasaha putraha pautraha budhasya sutaha punyakara charitraha pururavaha. Pururavas, who has a charitram which gives punyam, and who is the Suta, son of Buddha and grandson of Chandramaha. Vedokta prakarena yajnadikam kritva. Having performed yaga, etc., as prescribed in the Vedas, Gandharvadi Lokan Prapya, he went to Gandharva Loka again. This is again is not written here, but because I know the story, I'm telling you. The Gandharvas gave him the method to attain Swargam. So he performed yagas and he went to the Gandharvadi Loka. Urvashyam Anuraktaha, Tayasaha Aviyuktaha Bhutva, he was never separated from her. Yajnadi karmanam phalapradatvam astivanava iti sandehe nirneta babhuva. He became an authority, nirneta, decider, in the matter, in the doubt as to whether these yajnas are capable of giving a fruit or not, giving some result or not. Yajnadi karmanam phalapradatvam, the quality of giving a phalam, giving a result. Is it present, astiva nava, or is it not present for karma, for the work, for the actions with respect to sacrifice? Avashyam asti eva iti swayam abodhayat. He taught by his own actions that there is definitely a result for all of these sacrifices. Athava, or the other way to look at this is ahita vanninam satam vihare stheyatam ityatra purvam ekakaram agnim ahavaniyadi rupena tridha vibhajya. Agni was only in one form. The Gandharvas gave him only 2 sticks, and you use one stick as a vertical stick, the other one as the perpendicular one, and you're supposed to do it like, churn it like a, in the Tair Kadaira Madri, like curds, right? So once you churn, then because of that friction, the fire is going to come there. So there was only one fire, but he divided into 3. From the principal fire, you take for Garhapatyam and Dakshina. Ahavaniyadi tridha vibhajya tridha vibhajya agnitritva kalpane pramana bhutaha asit. He became a pramanam or a proof. He became the authority. Pramana bhutaha is more like authority here. For making this Agni Tritvam, dividing the Agni into 3. Pranayana is Kalpanam. It's the same meaning. Vibhajya Pranayane or Prayoge. You can take it as one who used it after dividing it into 3. Sarya? Clear? Any doubt?
Authority, or is it like a living proof? Because he himself went to Gandharva Loka and came back. So can he be taken as a living proof?
Illa. Pramana came back along. After he finished his lifetime, he went and joined Urvashi at the end only. Until then, he did not see her at all. The rule was maintained there. That agreement was maintained. Okay. Urvashi Pururava Katha api atra anusandheya. So we have to remember that Katha also here. So Punya Kirtihi ityatra Punya Shabdaha Punyakara Arthaha. It means Punyakaraha Kirti Punyakari Kirtihi Kirtihi. That Madhyama Padam is gone, or Tat Karoti Tad Achaste. You take some, he gives some grammar here which you don't need. honestly. Tishtati atra vivade iti stheyah. Stheyah is sthatum yogyah stheyah. That which has the quality of staying firm in matters which have dilemma, right? You become the deciding factor there.
So he's basically saying Punyakirti means asman pavayati iti.
Yes.
Okay. Whereas if he had just said Visalakshi or some other adjective, it would not have been this case. The next one is what he's really pointing out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tat karoti, punyam karoti iti.
Yeah. I mean, the story is extremely famous, Pururavas and Urvashi. But I guess it's famous because the whole tradition of Yajna and the three fires started because of him.
Yes.
So in that sense, it's very foundational to the culture, to the culture.
Yeah. Karma Kandame is based on that, no? Yeah.
Yeah.
So stheyo vivada vishaya nirnetari purohite. Stheyaha is a word that can either be used for purohita or for a person who is the decider in any argument. Astheye tasmin stheyatva aropat rupakalankaraha. One who is not a nirneta. Nobody actually does this sort of an argument and everything, but he அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரா? வேண்டாமே. There also he just says astheye stheyatva aropaha आरोपातु रूपकालङ्कारः.
अस्ते नाम सः अत्र लोकेन तिष्ठति किल, सः अपि गतः किल, परन्तु यशसः अद्यापि अत्र वर्तते इति प्रायः.
I guess so. The astheye, even though he is not sthirataya atra yadyapi navartate, even though he is not present here, you are saying he is present. அப்படிங்கிறது. சரி.
ஆமா, அந்த ஸ்தேயத்துக்கு வேற அர்த்தம் இல்லையா?
ஆமா. அப்படி எடுத்துன்றோம். ஓகே. यदपत्य समुद्भूतः पुण्यकीर्तिः पुरूरवाः सताम् आहितवन्नीनां विहारस्थेयतां ययौ समवर्धत तद्वंशः उपर्युपरि पर्वभिः यशो मुक्ताफलैर्यस्य दिशो दश विभूषिताः. तद्वंशः, this is in Sleshalankara, where each word can be taken in two meanings here. Let's take the contextual meaning. Tadvamshaha, his legacy or his vamsham, right? So his lineage, tadvamshaha, upari samavardhata, it increased upari melmelungro, right? Up and above, or more kings started coming in that lineage. Parvabihi, as if like the parvas, with every turn of let's say like a festival. Parvabihi upari tadvamshaha samavardhata. Parva also means just as how the moon keeps on increasing with every day, parvabihi, in the same manner the moon's lineage also kept increasing with every juncture. You take that parva as a node, with every descendant that increased. It was not they were not very small kings, they were also greater kings than the previous one. So as the next king came, it only added to the greatness of that chandravamsa. So tadvamshaha upari samavardhata. How did it? Yasho muktapalaihi, yasya yasho muktapalaihi dasha dishaha vibhushitaha. Yasya vamshasya yasho muktapalaihi, with their fame, lighting up all 10 directions. Dasha Dishaha Vibhushitaha. All the 10 directions were decorated, Vibhushitaha, with the Kirti, with the fame, which is like Mukta Phalam, which is like pearls. This is there are many layers of meanings here, because each word, if you take it, Vamshaha itself means bamboo. As the bamboo grows, you will find it being increased node after node. Upari upari parvabihi vamshaha yatha samavardhata. Just as how a bamboo keeps increasing node after node, and some bamboos are supposed to have pearls inside them. There are pearls in the temples of great elephants, in the temple, Nettila, Anga. So it is supposed to be in the forehead of great elephants also. If you hit the elephant, there's supposed to be pearls that come out of the elephant's forehead. In the same way, big bamboo, which have been there for a long time, are supposed to have small pearls inside them. We don't know if whether it is true or not. It is accepted in the Kavi Samayam. In the Kavi literary world, it is accepted. So the pearls that come out of the bamboo also are so beautiful that they are being used as decorative items in all directions, everywhere. Because it comes from a bamboo, it is supposed to be a very good pearl. இன்னைக்கு நிஜமாவே அந்த மாதிரி பேர்ல் எல்லாம் வருமானா அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. This is just in the literary world. அவ்வளவுதான். Okay. So I'll go over the words here because there is slesha. It will be nice to go over each word. So yasya chandravamshasya, or you can take it as pururavasaha vamshaha or chandravamshasya. The kings who were born in the Chandravamsa also, one after with the other, were greater than the previous one. So it grew like that. Yasya Chandravamshasya yasho mukta phalaihi yashamsi kirtayaha eva mukta phalani taihi. With the fame of the people who were born in that Chandravamsa, dishaha dasha, all 10 directions. What are the 10 directions? Prachyadi ashtau, 8 directions. Prachi, Pratichi, Udichi, and Prachi, Pratichi, Avachi. Yes. So there are 4 directions, which is east, west, north, and south. அதுக்கப்புறம் Antardik are Digantaralam, which is in between northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. These are 8 directions. Urdhvam adhaha cha dasha dishaha. There are 10 directions, both up and down. You take them also into consideration. And their fame, in other words, their fame spread to Swargam, Bhumi, and Narakam. All of these worlds were decorated by their fame. Vibhushitaha, alankritaha, tadvamshaha, sachandravamshaha, sachandravamsharupaha, vamshadandaha. Vamshadandaha is a bamboo shoot. That is, their Chandravamsha is like a bamboo tree, which also keeps growing. Bamboo tree shoot, which also keeps growing. Upari uttarottaram parvabihi pururavaha ayuhu nahushaha ityadi prakarena utpannaha ye rajanaha tadrupaihi parva visheshaihi. These kings who came one after the other, Pururava's son is Ayus, Ayus' son is Nahusha. Such kings came one after the other. Yayati was born. Puru. These are all the kings who were born in this Chandravamsha. Ityadi prakarena ye rajanaha utpannaha. Those kings who were born in this Chandravamsha, one after the other, they are like the nodes of a bamboo. Parvabihi. With the kings who were like these nodes, this Vamsha, Tad Vamshaha, grew. Samyak Vardhate Sma. Is that clear? Uttarottaram Utpannaihi Pururavasa Ayu Nahushadibihi Rajabihi asya vamshasya yashaha dashasu api dikshu vyaptam asit. So uttarottaram utpannaihi Rajabihi, with the kings who were born one after the other, like Pururava, Sayus, or Nahusha, etc. Asya vamshasya yashaha, the kirti, the fame of this Chandravamsa, it spread to all 10 directions. Vyaptam, it was enveloping all 10 directions. Now, Yashasi Muktaphalatva Aropaha. Now, what we are saying here is Yasho Muktapalaihi. Fame, the pearls of fame. It is a superimposition where you are superimposing Yashas. You are superimposing pearls onto Yashas. So, Yashasi Muktaphalatva Aropaha. You are saying that there is no difference between Yashas or Muktaphalam. The pearls, fame which is in the form of Muktaphalam. Vibhushana Kriya Sampatyai. But why do we do that? We are doing it so that there is a Alankaranam is possible for it. Only when we make it into pearls, that pearls can become an Alankarana Vastu here. So Vibhushana Kriya Sampatyai Tadartham cha, I think, comma here, Tadartham cha Vamsha Shabde Shleshaha. And because of that, we are also having two meanings for the word Vamsha. Vamsha can mean lineage. Vamsha also is a word for bamboo. Slishtayoho punaha abheda aropaha iti. Slishta Shabda Nibandhana Paramparita Rupaka Alankaraha. Paramparita Rupakam is where, when I say Vamsha, again, like the Vibudhangara or Padattala Patham. In the same way, here also, Vamsha has double meaning, but it serves to be the lineage is the same as the bamboo shoot, just as how their kirti, fame, is the same as pearls. But for the pearls and kirti, we have two different words here. Yasho Muktaphala. But for the lineage and bamboo, we don't have two different words. We have only one word there. So here it becomes Slesha. Here is Rupakam. But here also there is another Rupakam, because the same word is used as its own superimposing factor. Clear? So there is Rupakam as well as Slesha.
Antargat Rupakam, Katham Vaktavyam?
You say it as Slishta Rupakam, that's all. Paramparita Rupakam. Slishta Shabda Nibandhana.
Usually Paramparita Rupakam, there will be like a derivation, like of a family of Rupakas, one descended from one from the other. Right? Descended
from one from the other. You have two Rupakas, but those two Rupakas are actually connected to each other.
Right. So when you say Vamsha is a Paramparita Rupakam, I mean, the Shlesha is one aspect of it, but the Paramparatvam is from something else, right?
No, you take the Yashas also here. So, Tadvamshasya Yashaha, Tadvamshasya, that is bamboo. And Vamshasya Muktaphalani.
Okay, so that is how they are dependent on each other.
So, Venu Kandebhyaha Muktaphalani Utpadyante iti Prasiddhihi cha Atra Moolam. That is what he says.
Okay. That's the thing. Okay, that's the connection.
Yes.
Atra Sankaraha iti vaktum shakyate va?
No, Sankarastu nasti. Usually when there is Slesha, see, there is a doubt whether Slesha is Shabdalankara or Arthalankara. Okay. Some Alankarikas say it is Shabdalankara, some Alankarikas say it is Arthalankara. However that may be, when Slesha comes in along with another Alankara, and if that Alankara is dependent on that Slesha for lending its meaning, then you usually express it as Slishta Rupakam, or you say it as Slishtopama. It is Sankara, but nobody mentions it as Sankara Alankara. Okay, because Slesha is something like a consider it. They don't consider it much to gain a status of an Alankara as much as Upama or Rupaka. So, yeah, you just give it an Anga status, that's all. Avenu Kandebhyaha, from stalks of bamboo, Muktaphalani Utpadyante, pearls emerge. Iti prasiddhihi atra moolam. This is a fame that is there, literary fame, that's all. This is, you don't know, it has not been proven or anything. There is no scientific basis for this. Upari upari parvabhihi samavardhata ityanayana chandravamshe jateshu uttarottara utkarshaha dhvanitaha bhavati. So when we go to Krishna, he will be like the pinnacle of this chandravamsha. That also you have to add. So upari upari samavardhata. Just as how the moon also grows with every day, in the same way the chandravamsha also grew. Just as how bamboo also grows node after node. But then it is much better. Bamboo shoots, if you go to the bottom, it will be very thick and there is no use for it as such. As it grows thinner, the top portion are at least edible. There is a use for it. No, there is a upayogam for it. So it's more, it is better. That's what we mean. So the people who were born in this Vamsha also, Uttarottara Utkarshaha, a greater achievement was done by the people who were born later in this Vamsha, is also mentioned here. Okay. So
Even the
Samavardhata.
coconut also has that flower. If you can, like some coconuts also have that pearl, right?
அது pearl வேற. இங்க வந்து நிஜமாவே முக்தா பலம்ங்கிறோம். Not, see, அது வந்து பூம்போம். Pearl முத்து சொல்றது இல்ல. பூ தான் சொல்லுவோம். இல்லையா? And the white thing that comes in a coconut is called flower usually.
Okay.
Yeah. இது குமாரசம்பவத்துல ஒரு ஸ்லோகம் வரும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இதுல பதம் துஷார ஸ்ருதி தௌத ரக்தம். அதாவது in the Himawat Parvata, all of the animals and the hunters also were all great warriors. The lions were very great lions, and at the same time the elephants also were all uttama gajaha. Yataha tesham mastake tu mukta phalani santi. Anga snow is always falling in that region, right? So if the Kiratas want to hunt lions, those Kiratas who were there wanted to hunt the lions, but they are unable to see the lions, the footsteps of the lions to follow them. So how do they find? Because it's snow falling. Padam tushara sruti dhauta raktam. Raktam tu tatra tusharena dhautam. The hima, the snow that falls. I'm trying to find the shloka here. 1 minute. And the first line matram nyabam irukku. Padam tushara sruti dhauta raktam. Yasmin nadrishtvapi hatadvipanam vidanti margam. Wait, vidanti margam. Nakharandra muktaihi muktaphalaihi kesarinam kirataha. So there are Uttama Gajaha in Himawat Parvatam. There are great elephants. So all of those elephants have pearls in their forehead. There are lions which only want to hunt these great elephants. And the way the lion hits is always they directly go and attack the forehead of the elephant, because that is a soft spot for the elephant and it quickly dies. So as it hits the forehead, the Muktaphala comes and attaches itself in the claw spaces between the claws of the lions. So Nakharandra Muktaihi. And then these lions start moving around in the forest. As they move, the rakta, the blood footprints are all there in the mountain. So usually the Kirata, the hunters of Himawat Parvatam, they want to find these, they want to hunt these lions by looking at those bloody footprints. Now those bloody footprints have been washed away because tushara sruti dauta raktam, constant snow is being is falling on those slopes and it is washing away that blood. So the footprints are not seen. Adrishtva api, even though they are not able to see, but they are still able to track the lions, because the nakharandrat muktaihi muktaphalaihi, those pearls have fallen from the and the naga idukkilerundu, from the space between the claws, the pearls have all fallen and it is showing the path where the lions have gone. These Kiratas also follow, chase and kill those lions. So he has put in one kutti story in just one shloka there. Kalidasa is a different kind of expression. Samavardhata tadvamshaha upari upari parvabihi yasho mukta phalairiasya disho dasha vibhushitaha. Okay, stop it.